All right, Dolphin fans, the search for a GM just started. Stay tuned. All right, Dolphins fans, welcome to Sports Night with Jorge once again. Monday reaction, season over. We get blown out 38-10 by 28 points to the New England Patriots. Now, let me tell you what's going on. There's some news out there, but let me start by saying what a season we had, what a roller coaster we had. Uh, is it going to change? We have no idea, to give you honest opinion on that. We don't know what's going to happen with McDaniel, but here's what Cameron Wolf reported today. Uh, Mike McDaniel has revealed that he will be meeting with Tua Tagovailoa tomorrow. Here's what he said, and he quoted, "I will be meeting with Tua Tagovailoa at 8 o'clock in the morning to remove emotions, to have some conversation, will be very healthy. Beyond that, we still in the process of getting a general manager hired." Mike McDaniel said he wouldn't close the door on increment being a part of a 2026 quarterback competition. He noted that Quinn Ewers' growth and need to continue growing. So there is competition for Tua Tagovailoa this year, guys, and next year, of course. Yet to be seen how the Dolphins handle Tua Tagovailoa's situation, right? He admitted his aggression and a big guaranteed 2026 salary. So let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens there. We now are in a transition of not rebuilding, but to work or restructure this team. All right, so let me give you some points that last night I was thinking about it, went back and looked at McDaniel record. And let me pull that out for a second, because this is very interesting, guys. Wait till you see this. And he's still the head coach. And by the way, Doug Duron also made a comment on this. Look at McDaniel records. 35 wins, 33 losses. 0-2 in the playoffs. The impressive thing that I see is this team this year has been blown 6 times. McDaniel record after trading at halftime, 4 wins and 24 losses. That's not counting the cold weather, because I think he went down to 0-15, 0-16, whatever his cold weather is. I didn't even add that to the resume here. The team has been outscored 137-27 in the third quarter. Well, that freaks you. They scored 14 yesterday. We scored 0. Plus, an offensive team that flags all the flags we had this year: false starts, illegal motion. Things that it comes with discipline, right? So my question is, why do we keep them? Why? What do Ross has on this guy? Why do we keep him? I totally believe that the next GM that comes in, guys, I'm going to be honest with you, he's not going to deal with this. This is just some of the numbers that I got here. McDaniel had 2 500 seasons, over 500, but then he also had 2 records under 500. His worst one was this year, 7-10. After starting 1-6, you decided to bring in Quinn Ewers with 3 games left in the season. I want to be fair with you guys. I want to be fair. That is not enough time for a quarterback to develop. That is not enough time to show me what Quinn Ewers is. Now, most of you guys might get upset because, listen, don't get me wrong. I'm a Tua Tagovailoa guy. Well, I'm going to say I was now. Because the moment that man just completely went downhill, don't know what happened there, but I still believe it has to do with the hip injury of last year, the 5 games that he missed. So my question is this. You set him down for 5 games. What would have happened if we would have won, let's say, 3 of those 5 games? We could have been in the playoffs. But you decided to use multiple quarterback. You brought Huntley, former Raven, couldn't catch the system. It took him a while before to get it. So is it really McDaniel's system that's not working? Because we all know that he is a running back coach. Now that proved to us this year, especially the last couple of weeks, not this 2 weeks, because if you look at Achin did not play that the last game of the season, but Achin was averaging 150, 140 yards a game. Achin only rushed for 50 back-to-back games, the last 2 games. Not this last 2 game here, but the one he only went 50 yards. And you can say, well, George, we were trailing. It doesn't matter. You continue to work with your bread and butter until somebody stops you. And listen, that game, we were down, 17-10. We get to the end zone, and you decide to throw the ball instead of running it 3 times on 1st and 10. I did not get that either. So, why are we keeping McDaniels? And this is just one of the stats that I just threw out there for you guys. Why are we keeping him? It's a disaster. Now, the good thing is, like I tell you, the good news today is that they have started the search for a GM. Now, other sources says McDaniel's job is not secured. He's still in the hot seat. Well, reading Cameron Wolf information that he gave out. By the way, he's a great writer for the Miami Dolphins, and he does Miami Dolphins. How in the world are we keeping this man? So McDaniel wants to meet with Tua about his future. Undecided to be the 2026 number 1 quarterback. Why we can't start with, let's get a new head coach. Now, rumors are that defensive coach Weaver might interview for the Falcons job. Who knows? Last time the Saints was the one that wanted interested in him. So there's just rumors right now. But listen, look at these coaches just got fired. The Cleveland Brown coach got fired. The Atlanta Falcons just let their coach go and let their GM go at the same time, even though they won the game on Sunday. But the owner said it's not good enough. See, that's an owner that has a bold thing that says, hey, man, I'm sorry. I really understand you guys won this game in the last game of the season, but this didn't prove to me that you're going to keep your job. Why we can't do that with McDaniels? I mean, they got stuck with Kirk Cousins, so that's another big salary cap, and they still got, 1 more year with him? So, but just look at these things I just told you, man. Blown 6 times this season. You were blown. Okay? When trailing after halftime, 4 wins and 24 losses. Come on, man. You can't win with those numbers. Then you've been outscored 137 to 27 in the 3rd quarter. Nah, man. Something has to get done here. Something has to be done regardless. I'm hoping that the next GM that takes over the Miami Dolphins will look at these numbers. Look what has happened to the Dolphins in the last 25 years, 26 years now. Man, it's going to be a long season. I agree with it. A lot of, sports podcasters, especially Miami Dolphins podcasters, we're in for a long season. Now, We're going to go back to evaluation. We're going to go back into finding out what this team really is. What we'll find out as the season begins, as the draft begins, as we see players being cut, traded. There's a lot of people out there speculating, right? That Miami's about to lose probably 30-40% of that team. Don't be surprised Waddle gone. Don't be surprised Bradley Chubbs is gone. Don't be surprised that, even A-Chain. Now, I will sign A-Chain. But listen, if you got the right money, the right draft pick, Miami's not going to be dumb enough not to pick that draft. So you got Jalen Wright, you got Ollie Gordon, rookies, young guys who have been with us. So it's going to get interesting for the Miami Dolphins this offseason. And I'm trying to remain positive, okay? But let's be honest. If I show you these numbers, man, and I have no idea what in the world he's still the coach of the Miami Dolphins. And listen, you can't blame everything on Tua. That's one thing we've been doing. But it's the whole staff, man. Now, I did not pull the staff and the stats that I want to pull to show you guys how bad this team is, how their defense ranked, how their offense ranked. Terrible. Down in the 20s. That's how bad we were. Third down conversion, we were bad also. And I didn't want to bring the stats because, you know what, it's over with. Numbers don't lie. They're just numbers. But just look at the wins. 7 wins, 10 losses. You start the season 1-6. The positive note, you end up the season 6-4. That's the only opposite that I can see. Not good enough in this league, guys. Not good enough. But let me recap, because it is my recap for the season. I did give you my numbers the same night that I did the game live, which was yesterday. But what is sad is, and I'll give it to you guys right now. By the way, what a game last night between the Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, time of possession, 30-49, which was close. Miami had 29-11. Total yards, guys and girls, 457 to 180. Almost 3 times the amount of yardage. Passing, 214 for New England, 117 for Miami. Rushing, they almost rushed for 300 yards, actually close to 250, but 243 yards. 13 first down to 22 first down. You cannot win in this league with those kind of numbers. Now, what happened to our partner yesterday? I have no idea. 6 punts, 40-yard average. By the way, Quinn Ewers got sacked 4 times yesterday. This was the first time the offensive line allowed 4 sacks. I think since the Cleveland game against Tua, to be honest with you. Correct me if I'm wrong. Third down, we were 5 for 13. They were 5 for 10. So, I'm glad it's over. It's time to see what Miami Dolphins could do this offseason. They are working on the GM right this moment. I mean, they got Dan Marino, supposedly Dan Marino and Troy Aikman getting together and getting the right fit for this team. And listen, can I say that the GM might keep McDaniel? I just don't think so. And if he does, I guarantee you, if he goes 0-3 the first 3 games, I will not be doubt if he say, "Hey, you're gone, man. I gave you too many chances." But just look at those stats. Just look at those numbers that I just gave you right now. That is not good in this football league. But anyhow, that is my recap. Unfortunately, we lost the last game of the season. We got blown out again. wish the best of luck for the Miami Dolphins, especially for the fans. I'm trying to tell you guys, hang on, stay positive. Don't overwork yourself. They'll figure it out. If Troy Aikman don't figure it out, don't know what to tell you. If Dan has been there and hasn't figured it out, what can I tell you? And Dan is a Tua guy. Dan likes Tua. But what happened to Tua? That is the biggest question mark across the board. How can he decline that bad when you still have Waddle in your lineup, Malik Washington, Alec Inglew, Waller? I mean, you got. I'm gonna say it again. This team got talent. They got great players. I think, to be honest with you guys and girls, I think the truth is their staff. I think Miami's staff is not well prepared to train or to manage the talent they have. And you could say it starts from McDaniel, it starts from the GM, it starts from the owner. But it don't look good. It doesn't look good right now. So anyhow, I want to thank all you guys. I'm in the process of doing super chat. You guys will be happy. Membership coming up hopefully soon, if God permits. I'm still working on my intro, outro, you name it. My logo is fixed already. That is my logo, not the one down here. Or down there. There we go, down there. I have a new logo. You see it when you subscribe to my channel. But listen, let's remain positive. Let's keep positive. Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can land somebody that really cares, that really take ownership, that really believes in a chemistry, in a foundation. What other word I could use? Oh, and the culture. Because I never saw that culture last year or this year. Oh, the culture changing. I didn't see it. If you guys saw it, let me know, because I didn't see the culture change. We struggled. We need somebody to take the initiative, take the accountability to move forward. And listen, if something don't work, you got to fix it. And if you can't fix it, you move from it. This team in the past, and you guys could quote me if I'm wrong also, we are built of passing. That's what Dan Marino did. David Woodley did it. Okay? Back then with Bob Greasy, no, we had Larry Sanka, Paul Waterfield. We had great running backs. Now we got great running backs because this is a running league. And Miami has the best probably core of running backs. But man, if you got that extra passing, when you could go deep 50, 60 yards with somebody over 6 feet tall, man-to-man coverage, that's what Miami needs. But you also need a quarterback that has that arm. But anyhow, let's see what happened. That is my preview, my review for the last game of the season. Later on during the week, I'll get some information. What do I think about the Dolphins on 2026-2027 season? I'll get closer to that once the draft, once I see player transactions or anything that happens. Right now, we got hockey, baseball coming up. We got spring training. We got camp, all that, which I love baseball. Then you got NBA. Then you got your Florida Panthers. And don't forget college football. We got the Hurricane against Ole Miss. I'm going to try to see if I can do a preview of that. I'll be more live on the weekends or more video on the weekends and some shorts like this. But this is just a short information for you guys, how I feel about the Dolphins. Right now, yeah, the search has begun for a new GM. So anyhow, thank you so much. Fins up, and you guys have a nice week. And thank you so much.